put in for finals. My Wi-Fi's kind of
Iffy, okay, gotcha, yeah.
I'm still disappointed that the commentary was so messed up in that. Remember that one tournament where I like rocked the house commentating, man? That was awesome. But on YouTube, like no one could hear anything. Did you see Infinity Beyond 47 where it was Cephalon versus Lunchables?
I did not.
Oh, you should watch it. It's amazing and hilarious.
I do love watching Lunchables.
Okay, so let me tell you right off the bat. It was a roidado for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
The commentating was hilarious. All right, and we are hopping into hand warmers, I believe. Nope, we're heading straight into the game of H1N1 versus Sev. You know, Sev is a very technical Ike player. I've played against him before. He is prone to the occasional mistake from what I've seen, but he is very solid, consistent tech overall.
I don't know if you saw what Charizard did. It would have worked if he did not get clipped by Ike's sword. Charizard can just fire breathe Ike and basically like psych him out of his recovery. He can catch him during his up B, and he has to up B over and over and over. If you stop, you can punish. It's so messed up.
They did nerf that in 3.5 though, where the tip of the fire doesn't actually have any hit stun or knockback.
Yep, and the fire retracts a lot quicker. So you'll see the fire breath go right up into his mouth. You won't have anything.
One thing with Sev, you have to be really careful with your DI. This is more just Ike in general, because if you don't DI away from a throw or a nair, you're dead.
In my experience, he's trying to play Charizard. Charizard definitely wins this battle. I almost consider them two different characters. If you play this air game, you can absolutely psych out Ike. Ike's mobility is all built on the left to right. Yeah, so if you just stand in front of him, you're going to get hit.
I disagree. I think he needs to play a ground game when Ike is in the air, bait out an aerial, and then go in and punish it. I don't think...
Look how much Ike is in the air. They're all short hops. He's
I'm not talking about short hop. I'm talking about like on the ground, baiting out those short hop aerials and punishing them. Oh, unfortunate. Taking him down with him. And that is a full stock lead to Sev.
That's disheartening.
Yeah, it's always frustrating when you learn. You're like getting back into the game, and then you get a little cheeky death like that.
He could sweet sod that up B a little better. He put himself in the ground.
Oh, nice tipper forwards match. As I was saying before, Charizard is secretly Marthy even as tippers.
Yeah, as tippers. Owl Flame tippers. And knowing the difference between using one and the other, big deal.
And he drops a little too
He tries to sweet spot it. It took a lot of practice, man. I'll tell you, it's one of the hardest sweet spots in my game for me. But it's my character, so I love him.
Actually, I think Zero Suit Samus's tether is the hardest sweet spot in the game.
Get out.
I mean, you have to hit up and B.
If you were playing Melee and you told me Samus had a hard tether, I'd believe you. Because you got to sweet spot that. It's like, just frame perfect.
It's really, I don't know what you're talking about. It's really hard. It's very difficult.
Very difficult.
Very difficult.
Okay. Well, right now...
Oh, there's the fair. I don't see him coming back from this.
He can hold on.
I think this game is over.
I like that
there's
attempt.
and there's the back air. That will seal it. Sev taking a commanding.
I think he could have DI'd that back air. I was watching his direction. It was straight. He didn't even put a DI on it.
Yeah, I think he was DIing towards stage, but that doesn't really do hardly anything.
You really got to tip it up and to the right.
Yeah.
Okay, he's doing character switch.
I'm just realizing I love this cam because I look like Van Gogh because I have my headphone off. It looks like I have one ear, and I'm tilted at this angle. It's like that. But anyway, what stage do you think? What would you pick going Charizard and Ike? I'm thinking
Dreamland.
Yeah, with a lot of space.
Because like,
definitely want big.
Ike is already basically reaching his full length.
If Skyworld was legal, I think Skyworld would be better because of the amount of pain Charizard can inflict when Ike is on those platforms, and Ike couldn't actually use those platforms.
I think he wanted this for the ceiling. The ceiling is a little bit lower on here. Not lower than Pokemon Stadium, but a little bit lower than most.
We have to keep in mind, this is a completely different character.
Yeah, and he's going to try to get those kills off the top. But
always interesting when someone counterpicks Smashville.
We have to see his style as Meta Knight. That determines what direction his kills are going to come from. Be it ups or sides. Sneaks right under that up B.
Right now, Sev is just not getting any room to build. Like, H1N1's getting in some stray hits occasionally, but stage control is still drastically been in Sev's favor for most of the game. But it looks like he is turning that around right now with a nice down throw nair. Ike should be able to get back, but jumps right into the arms of Meta Knight.
I think what's helping him here is his low profile. It looks like Ike's having trouble getting some of his moves to hit.
He's playing the patient game very well. He's just like waiting for Seb to come at him, and then he's grabbing him. That's exactly what I said you need to do the last game, where just
it's so hard
bait
to
out and punish.
He definitely picked a good character to get exactly that done. A very fast, agile character who has a great shield grab, and it's terribly low profile, deceivingly low profile.
Oh, and a nice raw back air out of that side.
That was actually just technical skill out the wazoo.
Yeah, I
that
guess
was fantastic.
Yeah, Seb is a very technical player. The roaring is one of those techs that people are intimidated by, but it's really, you just got to get used to it.
I like how he's full kitted. I see a lot of Ikes just use their quick draw, quick draw, quick draw. He's using quick draw, a lot, but he's a full kitted Ike. He knows where his hitboxes are, and he's showing it.
In 3.0, and especially in I think it was 2.1, was it that Ike was broken? But in those patches, you really could just play quick draw Ike. But now with his quick draw being nerfed yet again, it's you can't really rely on that much. But Seb has reclaimed the lead here with a nice forward swing.
Ike's actually picking a lot of safe options. Some of them are a little bit iffy, but like when it comes to actually spacing on the ground game, he's putting pressure on that shield, and if he's not, he's actually just hitting. He's really classic spacing right now.
See, one of the things with Ike arrows is they're very safe on shield, but they're not very safe on whip. So with someone like Marth, if they go outside of your fair range, you can't punish them. If they hit your shield, you can't really punish them. But with Ike, if they hit your shield, you definitely can't punish them. But if they whiff, you can punish them.
Excellent.
So I think that shielding his aerials is not going to help him. He needs to just be out of range if possible.
Absolutely.
Which is
and Ike's, ooh,
I think he held down to try and grab a ledge fast falling, but didn't let go in time.
And Ike's actually only throwing out those heavy hitting aerials and those long lasting moves when he has advantage, and when he knows it's either going to hit shield or not be a loss. It's very good spacing.
Excellent.
Using his super armor. Wow. Good.
Yeah, that's one thing a lot of Ikes underrate is that neutral B is it's a lot like counter. I'd say it's a better version of a counter because you don't have to get hit for the hitbox to go off.
Meta Knight needs to get to the ground. That's where his advantage has been this whole map, and he has not touched the ground this stock. There it is.
Seb really seems to have adapted and is not letting himself be punished. That excellent use of that platform punch.
Every time Meta Knight gets on the stage,
I think he's gonna go for the. Oh yeah, he did go for the side B. Very
good. I don't know if that was good DI or just not enough to kill.
That neutral B uncharged is pretty much never gonna kill. Charged on the other hand,
he can make
going
it, but
game.
that's game.
Seb will take it 2-0 over H1N1.
Absolutely.
I fight for my